When you're starting something new and you're not in your normal work environment, you don't have an organization to back you up, you're starting from scratch. And what you want to do, and the very first rule, is have a look at the big picture. But we want to let you to know right from the beginning that even though you start to look at the big picture, you're already in a different environment. And if you're moving to do especially a new venture, you're going to have all sorts of interruptions and all sorts of problems. And believe me, when you start, everything that can go wrong is going to go wrong. So look at your competition. Ask yourself, what is out there and what am I going up against? Go and find out the size of the market. If it's a big market, even if you're a small player, there's plenty money to be made. What is the worst case scenario? Let's ask ourselves, how bad is it going to get if I go down? And am I losing my house? Am I losing my car? Am I losing my family? What's in this, and how can I plan for it? Then you need to ask yourself this: how big is best? How big should I start? Should I not start smaller and have a better chance?
Whenever you start a new venture, is to ensure that your timing is correct. It's very, very critical that you make sure that when you start your business, you're starting at the absolutely right time, that you've planned correctly, and that you know exactly who you're going up and how you're doing it. ChooseAname.com. There's a very wise old man once said, what's in a name? And a name is very important. If you don't register your domain and your name up front, you could get yourself into problems later on. So it's very important to choose a very catchy, relevant name, register it, and make sure that that is the basis of your business going forward. We then show you how to do a matchbox business plan. Now that's a first look in terms of what you're doing. It's by no means your business plan, but it's a small micro look at where your plan is going to help you as you go further to really put this plan together more succinctly and more completely. So we show you how to do the matchbox plan. Then a very important aspect in terms of going into a new business, have a look out there, see what's available. If a competitor or someone who's in the same field as you is doing something very well, have a look at why they're doing well. How are they doing it? Have a look at what their challenges are and how they're overcoming them. There's nothing wrong with copying a good idea. Just remember, give it some value of your own so it becomes your own. And then decide when to start and quit. Very, very important words. Any business, when you start it, you're filled with romance, you're filled with your heart full of hope, and you believe that you're going to do well, and you most probably will. However, it's very important in the whole business cycle to decide when you'll start and decide when you'll quit, because there might come a time in the business where you might have to step away from it before you ruin yourself completely. So it's important that you've set certain guidelines and you've set a time frame and you've set a succession plan in place to tell you when to start and when to quit. Isn't it amazing that the most successful people in life take time and effort to invest in themselves? They didn't get where they are today by pure fluke or chance. They made it happen, and they made it happen through investing in their own intelligence and investing in their future. You owe it to yourself to be the best person that you can be. Invest in yourself. It's a small price to pay to better your life. Do it now.